This week features Prasoon Joshi in conversation with Sadhguru in the ancient city of Banaras or Kashi. In this city, where thousands come at the time of their death, looking for moksha. Sadhguru reveals the true essence of life and death.
That on one hand we say that, this is just change of clothes. But why do people glorify when they come to Kashi the death so much? Why do we need so much of ritual around? So one is this question which comes to my. Second thing is, what is this moksha? What is this mukti? That why isn't it against life, rebirth, everything? Isn't it that we are glorifying death far too much, and ultimate death in Kashi, which is mukti, it means we are against life? We think that being reborn is a curse? These are the questions which I wanted to ask you.
Did you enjoy your school?
Yes,
Your
I did.
schooling, you enjoyed it?
Yes.
But were you very eager to go to college? So when you passed out of your
Yes, I think so.
10th or 12th standard,
Yeah.
suppose we admitted you again to kindergarten because you enjoyed it so much, would you like it? Or would you like to go to college?
I simply did not think that time. It's just that natural thing that you go into next.
You go to the next stage, isn't it? So if you've seen enough of this life, you want to go to the next stage, you don't want to do the same thing again. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but what one says when one says about moksha, what I have heard, maybe it's a half-baked knowledge, but the fact is that you will
want
not
to
be
understand?
reborn again.
Yes.
You will. So being why is
See,
such
you
such
don't
an
want
effort?
to go back to kindergarten again, what's wrong with that?
No, but you're saying that you don't want to go there, go anywhere after that.
No, that's not
You
it.
don't want to be born in any form.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to school once again.
So every form is a school, you're saying.
It's one stage of life.
But then why do we say that being
No.
born as an ant and being born as a human being are two different things?
Because of the possibility, not because we think we are superior. Nobody in this part of the world has ever told you that you are made in God's own image or anything like this. That is the reason why we have all kinds of gods and goddesses. In Kashi, they manufactured 33 million gods and goddesses. In the form of an elephant, in the form of a snake, in the form of a cow, in the form of a dog, every kind. Just to make you understand, every life has its place. And there is no life happening here without the hand of Creator being actively involved in it. If you watch an ant closely enough, it's a magnificent piece of engineering and mechanics and creation. So, it cannot be happening without the hand of the Creator in it. That is the reason why in this culture, we told you, if you look at a tree, you bow down, you look at a rock, you bow down, you look at a cow, you bow down, you look at God, you do the same thing, you look at a man, woman or child, you do the same thing. Because you recognize the hand of the divine is in everything that is there. Every atom cannot function without the source of creation throbbing in it. For yourself, did you create this body from outside, did you borrow it from outside, or did it happen from within? You gave it food from outside. But making a banana into a human being happened from within, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there is an intelligence and a competence which is the very source of creation within this. So now, to acknowledge that, first thing. So that is the reason all kinds of gods, everything is divine in this country. Here the saying is, Shiva himself said, Kashi ka kankar Shiva Shankar. Every stone in Kashi is Shiva.
Yeah.
So you don't bow down to one thing and not bow down to another thing. Everything you bow down because everything has an element of the source of creation. The possibility of human being is that you can realize that.
Yeah, but the fact that Kashi is so significant, what is the significance of this city?
These rituals are not glorification of death. This is not a celebration. This is a scientific process. Being in Mumbai city, you might not know this. If you ask the people in the villages or if you run an undertaker's business, you would know this. A dead body up to 11 to 12 days continues to grow its nails and hair and things like that. It's a fact of life.
I've heard this, yes.
So because when you happened in your mother's womb, you didn't happen like a flash. It happened slowly over a period of time. Similarly, when the prana leaves the body, it happens slowly. Someone may be practically dead. For all practical purposes, he may be dead, but still the prana is not left his system. Still it is there. There are many ways to use this also, and above all, as long as the prana is there in the body, the person who's left the body is confused. See, from outside observers, we think he is dead. As far as he is concerned, he slipped out of the body. When I say slipping out of the body, let's set up a proper perspective for this. When you were born, your body was only this much. Now it became this much. How? You gathered it from outside, isn't it? This is just a piece of the planet. From the food that you ate, you gathered it. What you gather can be yours. You can claim it to be yours for now, but it cannot be you, isn't it? Can it be you?
Then what am I?
Don't jump now. Whatever you gather, it can be yours at the most, it cannot be you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I gather this clothing, and after some time if I say, this is me, this is insanity, isn't it? That's what has happened to people. They gather this body and they think they are this. So this insanity has set in. Because the majority is with you and we are following democratic systems, whatever the majority says is right. But that's stupid. You know you gathered it. What you gather cannot be you. It's nothing short of insanity. Because everybody is in the same condition, we think it's okay, but what is not okay is not okay. So the basis of all human suffering and confusion and lack of understanding of life has come from this one point, that you don't understand that you are mortal every moment of your life. So the purpose of making a public display of cremations here is for you to know that you are mortal. And you realize you're mortal. When your time is up, you come to Kashi, preparing yourself to die. So, this mortality is the only thing which fires you to think of what's beyond. If you were immortal, you wouldn't think of anything, your life would have no meaning, isn't it? Only because it's going to end. And what is going to end is just what you gathered. This body is a loan that you've taken from this planet. You take the loan from the planet. When the time to repay comes, because most people have made nothing of it except thinking rubbish in their head, psychological realities, however big they may be, they will collapse in a moment. When the moment of death comes, what you thought, what you felt, your thought and emotion will mean nothing. Existentially, what have you done with this being? That's all that matters. That dimension is largely obliterated in the society today because of very strong Western influence.